rough. You're an ugly person, but damn, really? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany Janae, and in today's video, I will be discussing TikTok topics. And I guess I'll name this segment Girl Talks with BJ. So let's get into it.
I don't even know when they all decided that they were going to stop, but it was a unanimous decision. I don't know if
nail shops stopped putting their prices on the wall when they started charging depending on the person.
So this whole nail shop, nail salon topic or issue, right? Most nail salons are no longer posting their prices for the services which us as the customers are asking them to provide, which make it real tricky, make it real dicey, because you don't know, like, you going in to get a full set or a refill for a full set, and people are coming up paying $180, $100 for a refill on a full set. Now, I personally have not noticed this issue with the salons or nail salons. Personally have not noticed that going around in the nail salons I've been to. However, I do have a problem with nail salons, and just the ones I've been to. Let me just say the ones I've been to. I have a conspiracy theory. So I no longer go to nail salons. I made the decision to no longer go because I went to a nail salon that was recommended to me a couple of years ago. And you go into the nail salon, it's like a super cute nail salon, like it's big. Immediately get sat down to start the service. You have someone doing your feet, you have someone doing your hands, and they're pampered. You seem like you're getting a pampered experience. Well, what I've noticed is after a week and a half, 2 weeks, in between like going to the nail salon and it's time to get a new pedicure, my feet were so rough. Do you hear me? Like, girl, you couldn't swear I had never had a pedicure a day in my life the way my feet were. And so and I would go get a pedicure. I'm like, dang, my feet real crusty. Let me go and get a pedicure. And so I never get manicures, just pedicures. And that's just a personal preference, right? But whatever. So I would only go to get pedicures and just a gel polish on my nails. Never really had too much of an issue with my hands. It was just my feet where I was getting the pedicure, getting the works done, paying the extra dollars for, right? Girl, what happened to me is I ended up getting, and still to this day I have it, a gash in my right foot from this nail salon. And it took me months to realize these people are messing my feet up. Like, y'all are screwing over my feet. So I stopped going, and this had to be sometime in 2020 to 2021. And I know we were going through a pandemic, so maybe it was like 2019. I don't know. It was around that time period because it was when I moved back into the town that I'm in now. So I want to say maybe this was 2019 going into 2020. Yeah, 2019 going into 2020 when I was going to this nail salon real heavy, right before like things shut down in March. And so when things shut down, I was like, I'm just gonna focus on my feet. I'm gonna focus on getting my feet back to normal. My feet still are not back to normal. They're still, that little cut gash is still there. And so, but my feet were no longer rough and dry after me, fixing it to get it back to normal. Well, I decided to start going back to nail salons. Not that nail salon, but just another nail salon, right? So I started going to this other nail salon this year after I got my feet back to normal. Even though it still has that little cut, I don't know how to fix it. Like, I might have to see a dermatologist about the cut. I don't know what to do about it. Anyways, fast forward to this year of me going back to nail salons, nail shops. Well, I noticed my feet are super dry, super rough. not soft and gentle or whatever, because I take care of my feet. And I know how to take care of my feet without going to the nail salon. I feel like these nail salons intentionally, or the ones I've been to, whatever chemicals they're using, intentionally cause my feet to get dry, cause my feet to get rough. So I can be like, oh girl, I need to go get a pedicure because my feet are bad off. When it's like, no baby, my feet have never been like this before. And so like, I moved to this town and started going to some of the nail salons around here. And I don't know if it's the chemicals, I don't know if it's the tools they're using, but my theory, and it may not be true, because it's just a theory, right? Is that they are using things, products and tools on our feet and hands, which cause a need for us to have to continuously return to their salons every 2 weeks. And I just can't do it. Now, as far as them not putting their prices, that's just probably a way for them to nickel and dime and size people up to find out how much money they have so they can know how much to charge. But I feel like we just need to learn how to do our own nails, girls and guys. And I mean, this is not to say all nail salons are like this, because I don't believe all nail salons are like this, because there is a nail salon that I really do like, but it's at a spa.
Okay, does anyone else have a friend that just like doesn't like you?
So there's another topic on TikTok where the girlies are discussing like friendships, fake friends, people who they were never really your friends, moving funny. Now I'm gonna say this because Brittany Janae has been through with the friendships, right? And one thing I noticed that for me personally is I missed out on all the red flags, and I'm gonna be speaking about a couple of friendships. You miss the red flags until shit hits the fan, right? And baby, it's time to square up. Depending on how, I'm just kidding. But no, there are red flags that I personally did not think of, and I'll give an example of, oh, nobody F's with you. Oh, these group of people don't like you. You're an ugly person. Just like comments like that I kind of like looked over, and knowing like this is a friend who, this friend in particular was the only friendship I ever had where shade was always thrown. Like, oh, it's funny banter, it's just shade, we're just being silly. But looking back on it, some jokes that people throw at you is true. Like, it has some truth to the jokes that they're shading you about, right? And so that was another red flag that I overlooked. And just knowing like you're talking to people who don't like me and you know it, and you're telling me these people don't F with me, and it's just like, well, how do you know that? Right? Things I did not question. It was just things that kind of was like, well, whatever, I don't care, because I'm the type of person, I like to be alone. So a person not liking me, it doesn't matter, because what you eat don't make me shit. You don't pay my bills. You don't have any type of control over my life and how I move. So I could care less who likes me and who don't like me. So, but that was a red flag that I overlooked, that this person is hanging out and clearly communicating with people who doesn't like me, and you're telling me these people don't like me, even though I don't know, because I don't talk to these people, and I don't know why they don't like me, because I don't even communicate with them to give them a reason to not like me, right? But just simple things like that, or comments like, oh, I look better than you, oh, I'm cuter than you, or noticing like every guy that I talked to or had an interest in, once I tell certain people or this certain person, the guy no longer talks to me afterwards, right? So a lot of that. And so what I've just come to the conclusion to realize is that you treat people accordingly, who they are. Take everything they say serious. Like if a person makes a comment and it's like, that's an odd comment, take that comment serious. Depending on what you want out of a relationship, like if this is someone who's your best friend and you want to be friends with them in the long term, directly address that person about the comments, so you don't have to question those comments made by that person, right? Because it might not have meant anything. However, if you don't want to, address the comment or comments to the person, just understand who they are through the comments that they are making, the shade that they are saying to you, and treat them accordingly, and never overplay your role in someone's life. That's another thing. And don't invite yourself on trips. Don't invite yourself on a trip. If you were not invited, I don't care how close of a friend you are with this person or persons, people. If you weren't invited by them, don't invite yourself. Don't do it. It never ends well. And a lot of these people are so envious in other people, it's dangerous. So just be mindful of the people that you are around and pay attention to things that you feel that is shady, comments or jokes. Pay attention to that and treat those people accordingly and understand your role in people's lives, and don't overplay your role in a person's life, because this person you might claim is your best friend, but you're not their best friend. Just saying. Because people are dangerous out here and people move real funny. And I done got to a point that I've protected my peace so much that I only talk to like 1 or 2 people on a regular. And when I say a regular, I mean like once or twice a month, maybe. And my life is great. It is peaceful. It is drama-free outside of work. But I'm a lawyer. So it's always drama. It's always drama. Which leads me to the next topic at hand.
So I started my new job, and so far I like it. I'm week 2. I like it. It's easy. It's simple. Literally just watched the whole 2nd season of Bastard while I was doing my work. It's chill, right? The only thing that sucks, and honestly at this point I'm just used to being the only black person, black woman at the job. It's nothing new, especially in the town that I live in. It's majority Mexican white people, right? In this job I work, it's mainly white people. But they didn't like how I kind of pulled a them on them. So last week, it was like day 3, so like Wednesday, and the girl that sits next to me, like we share like an office space, and it's pretty like big, right? Like we both have like our own, like enough for 2 desks to fit in there, right? And so she was like kind of talking to me, and no, in this job, I'm just not even trying to engage. I'm not trying to make friends. I'm not trying to know what they have going on. Like, no, I fuck the small talk. Don't talk to me. I'll talk to you if I need help with something, and that's that, right? And for the most part, everybody just be like, it's very, very quiet. So everybody just be on their phones watching, doing what they do, right? So the girl next to me, she's like talking to me, right? And she's like, oh my God, yeah, like it's just so ghetto, blah, blah, blah. So in my head, I said, okay. And so then we're talking, and I was like, yeah, like it's just so trailer trash. Like I can't believe it. It's just literally the most trailery, trashiest thing ever. And she like gives me a look like, she goes, huh? I said, what? She said, you said it's what? I said, trailer trash. I said, like, trailer park trash. Like, it's literally trailer park trash. Like, I can't even fathom. And she was just like, yeah. You gonna say ghetto around me? I'm gonna say trailer park trash. She didn't know what to say. And she was just like, why'd you say that? I said, why'd you say ghetto? And she didn't say nothing. And I said, but yeah, it's trailer park trash. And I said, but yeah. So, I'm over it. And then I went, like, back on my computer. Crickets, bitch. Yeah.
Microaggression and passive aggressiveness in the workplace. Now, I have experienced a great deal of racism, microaggression, passive aggressiveness in the workplace. And it caught me off guard initially when I first started practicing, when I first started working. And I did not know how to respond to it. One of the first comments that was made to me when I walked into the courthouse was, are you a lawyer, but are you a criminal defendant? Are you and I was like, no. Oh, are you the girlfriend in a domestic violence situation of one of the defendants? Like, are you a witness? No. Other things I've experienced, I was on the phone with another attorney trying to get a client out of jail. On the phone with me also was my supervisor, and the comment that was made was, well, blacks are spreading COVID, so your client needs to stay in jail anyway so he doesn't spread COVID, or something along those lines, right? And my supervisor didn't say anything. I was hoping she was going to say anything, because I did not know how to address the situation. Besides, I was speechless. Not that I didn't know how to address, well, I guess you can't say that. I was speechless. Nonetheless, I mean, my client ended up getting out of jail. I got him out. But in that moment, I was speechless because is this how it really is? Like, I know racism is out there, but damn, really? And I was hoping, like, my supervisor, who's been doing this a long time and had a better relationship with this lawyer than I had at the time, because I was new, like really new, all right? Only in the game for a couple months. And she was at a loss for words. And so, like, now moving forward, having gone through what I've gone through, I've learned how to address microaggression, passive aggressiveness, and all of that once it's thrown at me, right? And I will say the best way to approach is to flip it back in their face. For an example of when I walked into the courtroom, oh, are you a criminal defendant? Oh, no, funny, I was gonna ask you the same thing. Are you one of my clients? You're not, okay. You know, flip it back in their face so they know how it feels. Practice makes perfect. Because one of the things, as corny as it may sound, is I practice my comebacks because I didn't go to a school where it was, you know, predominantly, you know, I didn't go to private school or anything like. So this area of the game was very new to me, right? And instead of like getting all like worked up about it or aggressive about it, ready to fight about it or whatever, it just, I kind of was like, did they really just say? Camera shut off because I ran out of storage. So anyways, I said all this to say, the way for me, and all of this is just my opinion, you don't have to take any of my advice for face value, but to take it and flip it back into their face whenever you are hit with passive aggressiveness. If you don't want to do that, another route is to practice whatever you want your comebacks to be, whatever witty remarks you may want to respond, because I had to practice it at least, because it was, like I said, fairly new to me. So I hope that my opinions, my advice may help whoever came across this video. Like I said, these are just experiences I've gone through. My solution to the problem, such as the nail shop, I've just taught myself how to give myself my own pedicures. With friendships, I've learned how to not overplay my role in people's lives and treat people accordingly, friendship or no friendship. And with the whole passive aggressive microaggression in the workspace, I've just learned how to have quick and witty remarks to people who are being passive aggressive to me. And it's just, I flip it right back in their face. Whatever their remarks, whatever their comments are, I flip it right back around to them. So anyways, you guys, that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.